Oh, whenever I see that logo, I already feel like I'm in for a tremendous experience. Hello, guys and gals of the internet. I'm Supercast of YouTube and Twitch TV, and with that logo alone, I can't wait to do this. Welcome, after 18 years, back to the first Deadrising game, completely redone. And in typical Capcom fashion, they've decided to have a very obscure title name for this game. Deadrising Deluxe Remaster sounds exactly like what they probably did with Deadrising 3, with the ultra super name stuff that they did. But anyway, so 18 years ago, Deadrising released as, I believe, a timed exclusive for the Xbox 360, and I believe was an Xbox 360 launch title. I received it alongside that one Christmas, and like I said in the remaster playthrough I did, I think it was like 8 years later, I think it was 2014, I absolutely hated it. Hated the controls, hated the AI, just did not like the timing aspect at all. I played probably about an hour and a half, and I was immediately turned off and never really went back to it again. The AI was absolute dog shit in the game to just get like to a safe house. The timing aspect, I was just no good because I'm not quick at anything. And the controls, just I did not like any aspect of this game at all. And for so long, I didn't play it until 2014, I believe it was, or 2015, when I did a stream through the original game in an attempt to beat it, which I did with some help from the stream chat that I had at the time. They told me about the chainsaw and the 3 books that you need, and pretty much 3 of those took you to the end of the game. And it was an absolute godsend. So with that, in 2016, I decided to do a Deadrising marathon, which included all the games. Deadrising 1, and they were all, Deadrising 1, 2, and I think it was 1 and 2 at the time, were remastered versions, which didn't really improve anything. The remasters were worthless. Really, they could have just ported the original games and you wouldn't have told any different whatsoever. Looking at those games, probably with maybe an increased frame rate and maybe a little bit of improvement, you would have thought it was the original game. The remasters were absolutely pointless, really. They just didn't port them over. Like I said, the only real better thing was the frame rate, because if you remember in Case West, that was actually 30 frames per second because we had to play it through backwards compatibility on the Xbox One console at the time. And I absolutely loved every single game. My opinion of the series flipped 180 except for Deadrising 4. That game was trash. That game was complete garbage. It was worse. That game was worse than when I first played this game back in 2006. That's how bad Deadrising 4 was. It was just that bad. It was so bad that I only beat the main story, but I didn't beat the DLC because I reached a point where I did not care. Everything in that game just felt so backwards, and it was worse than this game when it first came out. So now in 2024, here we are with, I guess what Capcom is doing is an experiment. Deadrising Deluxe Remaster is basically a complete remake of the well, I wouldn't say a complete remake. I would call this a soft remake. A remake where they update like the textures. You can see this is immediately a much more vibrant screen than the first game was. And like in terms of like it just looks completely remade, right? So basically, it remakes the whole game. The controls are different. The AI has been improved, apparently, which I really will be trying to use to see if experiment whether that's true or not. From what I've seen, it does look like it is better, thank goodness. And yeah, just everything is reworked, retooled, remade, except for the script. The whole script is exactly what it was in 2006. It's exactly the same script, but everything else is done. So I would call this a soft remake in that regard. It's not a complete remake like Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 2, for example. This is more of a softer remake. And I guess Capcom is really just doing this as an experiment. I hope it pays off. Of course, you're going to have the nostalgic glasses on from a lot of people saying, "Oh, the acting is terrible," and just people from 2006 that don't seem to realize that now we're in 2024, and a lot of people that were in this game are either they're 18 years older for one, and probably two just either weren't interested in doing the game or not. But I think the reason for the recasting of the whole cast really is because they wanted to make this game completely when they did the game, they actually wanted to give the NPCs voices as well, which was something was not able to do in the original game. So every NPC actually has voices and talks in the game, which is going to be quite a surreal experience. I did not get the opening cutscene, so I'm going to guess they're going to play the opening cutscene at the beginning. Photography view, not sure what that means. I think I'm going to probably leave all this as default for now. I'm going to start this game on keyboard and mouse, but the game Steam did tell me that a controller was actually for the best experience. So I'll start on keyboard and mouse, and we'll see how we go. So this is in the menu, so that's not going to be too bad. So back, forward, left, right is traditional keys. Move perspective, not sure what that means. I guess we'll have a look at it. Interact, use, and talk is F. I might change that to E, actually. What is E in this game? I don't see it, so I might just change it to E. I think I'm probably going to do that. It would just be easier. That's where I use and talk is usually E for me. It's just easier for me to do that. Oh, I think there is a binded somewhere, so I might have to have a look at it. Jump in space. Attack consumers left mouse, left trigger. Flying dodge is control. I think that was in Deadrising 2 off the record when I moved to PC controls for that game when we did a playthrough of it. Dropping him is 5. I'm going to try and remember that one. Use walkie-talkies tab. That makes sense. Open map. Yes. Aim photo camera is shift. I'm not sure about that. I'll start with it. I'll see what it is. Advance time and cancel fast forward is H. That's a new feature. So vehicle control. The only vehicles you get are really towards the end. So skill B is E. Huh. Well, you know what then? I'm gonna reset all the bindings for now. And I'm going to see what skill B is. And then we'll make a decision. So this is all the, okay. So this is all the skills that you get during leveling up in the game. Okay. I think. Shake off Judo throw back. That could be like when you're grabbed, I guess. I'm not sure about shift for the camera. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'll try. If I need to make any changes, I will. I'll do it in it'll only take me a second to do. So yeah, we're gonna leave all this for now. Oops, I didn't want to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the original key bindings for now. Just gonna make sure I reset it. There we go, and we'll go from there. So yeah, sorry this is a long intro, guys. I have a lot of experience with this series, and like I said, my opinion is totally flipped. I really enjoyed the series after that, especially Deadrising 2. I think to this day, Deadrising 2 is my favorite game. And myself and Tom Lady were talking the other day. We're actually thinking of doing a second playthrough of that game. Because I actually enjoyed it so much. It's been the lead up to this game. I've actually been reminded a lot about Deadrising 2 and how much I loved it. And now I'm kind of thinking maybe I should do a second playthrough of that game with some unique differences that we'll talk about if and when we get there. So let's start the game. Now, the online store, do I want to check this right now? I might do that later, because I pre-ordered the standard edition of the game. I didn't get the deluxe edition. I was thinking about it, but the only real things I was interested in for the deluxe edition was the Resident Evil costumes and music, apparently. But if they do it separately, I might download those, maybe after this session. I'll probably go into the store, see if they do it like singularly, which Resident Evil does. Resident Evil has last few games have had like things you can buy separately. That's how I got the Claire costumes and everything for Resident Evil 2. I might do that for this game. I might buy the Resident Evil stuff and we'll see how that looks in game. But we'll start with this for now. So apparently pre-ordering this game actually gives you a Chuck costume, which I'm very intrigued by. Frank's look from 2006 and a Bee costume, I believe, which I'm not going to really do because I don't really care about that. I guess we'll give it a look when we get there. So we're going to start with 72-hour mode. Sorry about that. That was 10 minutes of setting up and talking. I'm sorry about that. I really need to get better at that, I think. Oh, so they're playing the opening cutscene now. Okay. So this is immediately different because this is the cutscene you get if you wait for a while and don't press anything in the menu. But I didn't get this, so they've added it as the beginning screen instead. And I got immediately burned. Whoa.
Mommy, what was that noise? Mommy.
What is it, sweetie?
I said, what was that noise?
Nothing, sweetie. I just ran over a big frog.
So immediate glow up.
Frogs don't sound like that. Mommy,
She's not wrong.
I'm bored. I want to open my eyes.
So they're still not wearing the seatbelts.
Just be a good girl and keep your eyes closed like I told you. Okay.
That was the immediate thing. I didn't notice in the beginning, but I noticed in my 2016 playthrough that these two didn't wear seatbelts in the car. Which really could have ended badly. I mean, I know they're in a rush. I get that, but you've got to put your seatbelt on in a car. This is one thing my parents drummed into my head every time we got into the car. And I've always wore a seatbelt in the car. Whoa, dude. And this is why, look. That's a heavy impact, dude. You are suffering, you're at risk of an injury. Or maybe even being thrown out of the car and killed. Because you didn't wear your seatbelts, and they didn't have airbags either. Probably a sign of the times with cars. I mean, the fact she hit her head is an immediate worry for me. She's obviously okay, somewhat.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Mommy!
So she's knocked out there. They really should have worn the seatbelts, dude. These two look immediately different.
Mommy!
Oh, sweetie. Oh. I'm so sorry. You're okay. It's okay.
Oh, spit. Damn.
God, start!
So, is the petrol out, or was it just like the impact of the crash that stopped the car? It's obviously still revving. Oh, spit. I think, having a look at this now, I do think there is a bit of the old Deadrising graphics in there. What I mean is, I think that's intentional. It feels like it still has that kind of Deadrising feel about it. I don't think it's as realistic as a Resident Evil remake, and I think that's intentional. So the car is out of gas, I think. I think the car is out of gas. You can understand why they didn't, like, even want to stop. See, I never really understood the purpose of this cutscene, but I think it's probably to say, like, the time the infection started, like then when the chaos started, because the guy in the mall says there were more and more of them since last night. So I'm assuming that's the last night that they were talking about. So I kind of get it now. Oh, check it out. Dude. This glow up is incredible, I gotta say.
You mentioned something about research for a story. That's right. Got a tip that something big's happening.
So they did the new guy that does Ed does a really good job, because you would make with Ed in particular.
Yeah, well, I'm freelance, pal. I don't make my living waiting for the TV to tell me what to cover.
So you can tell the script's the same, but the guy that did Ed is very close to the original. He does a good job. You definitely somewhat notice Frank is different, but I don't think it's as huge.
Here she is. Willamette, Colorado.
Population 3,594. Distinct characteristics. Jack shit. I love it.
About the only thing to do in this town is kill time at the shopping mall.
So yeah, they kept the same script, which was interesting. I didn't think they'd kind of do that.
What was that? The army?
Because with Capcom, they remake the entire scripts for Resident Evil, but they've actually kept exactly the same script in this game.
Alright, listen. I want to get shots of the whole town before the National Guard finishes roping it off. Take me over the main street.
Alright, so you should be already in camera view by now, so I don't think I'll have to press shift for it. So, autofocus, which is interesting. I think the camera, like, gameplay is, okay, so it's mouse to zoom in. I think the camera gameplay has had a change too. The first photograph.
Whoa! What is that? Some kind of riot?
So you get 100 photos in this one. You had 30 in the original game. This guy's swinging.
Is this what you came to take pictures of?
I think I missed it. Kind of go crazy with the photos because I think you get like a restock anyway. But yeah, they increase the numbers of photos you can have exponentially. This is a lot more. This is like 3 times more.
No way. Check that out. Look at all those people. What the hell's happening here?
3 and 1 also do the zoom in and out.
I have no idea. But one thing's for sure. Whatever's going on down there, it's not business as usual in this town.
Some guy's just wailing at the hydrant thing over here. What the hell's that? Good thing they kept the music. That was one thing people were very happy about. The fact they kept like pretty much all the music in the game. The main reason I hope this really pays off is because I want to see.
Oh! Holy shit! Did you see that? Yeah.
I want to see a remake of Dead Rising 2. I want to see a remake of Dead Rising 2. And what I want for that game is the entire saga. I want Case Zero and Case West as a part of the game. That would be great. I'm not sure what autofocus does, really. I'm not really... I guess if it goes blurry, you can kind of focus it, but I don't think there's...
Take us down. We have to check out that building. Huh? Where? Right below us.
Like I said, this girl simply could have run over there. And taking on one zombie is a lot easier than taking on like 3 or 4 at once. Because I think something Vash said was the scary thing about zombies is the sheer numbers. So the pistol sounds different. It sounds like it has less punch. Like it's like the original game had more punch at the pistols.
Oh!
Damn.
I want to see the center of town. Take me there. Roger.
Yeah, the new guy for I think his name's Ed, definitely does a good job as being as close to the original actor as possible. That's a really good job. I don't know if any of the original cast reprised their roles or not. I don't think so. Which I know will be a blow to some people when it comes to Frank West. And I kind of understand that. I think his name's TJ Laurento, I think his name is. A lot of people will miss it. And I get that.
Hey, can you get me on the rooftop of that mall? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, man, you are nuts. All right, listen. Don't forget to come back for me. As long as you're not dead, Fred. It's Frank. Frank West. Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days, when I get to school.
He's different, obviously, but even with that, I don't think it's gonna be anywhere near as bad as Dead Rising 4 was. And like I said, I don't think that was the actor's fault. I'm not blaming. I think his name was Victor. I'm not saying that was his fault. I think it was just like.
Get us back down to that rooftop.
I just think it was the game.
I know I'm gonna get my butt chewed out for this one. We're going down.
I think keeping the script actually was a good idea. I think it was a really good idea. Because even though the actors will be different, at least it somewhat feels the same as well.
Hello there.
Carlito's really good.
You're the reporter, aren't you?
Yeah?
You came alone.
See, you'd almost think that was the
Yeah,
original actor
I'm
for
freelance.
Carlito. Very
You know.
good job.
Going the battlefield alone, no crew. So, what's going on around here anyway?
You came by helicopter, didn't you?
See,
What
that
did
just,
you see from
that
the
just
sky?
instantly takes me back to 2006. It just does.
Well,
done.
if it were just a riot, I doubt the military would quarantine the entire area. The moratorium on information getting out is a little extreme, in my opinion. There's, something else I can't put my finger on. Doesn't sound like civil disobedience. It's too quiet.
Almost as if everyone's already dead.
Yeah. So why don't you just tell me already? What's going on?
Oh, these globes,
I think
man.
you'd better see for yourself. This, my friend, is hell.
Well done. They got Kalido down good, man. Alright. So, oh, okay, so your photos don't replenish here.
Right.
But you're going to be quite close to one anyway, and I've already leveled up. I got the jump kick.
Looks like you're the only journalist that made it out here. I'm looking forward to some nice pictures.
That's so weird. How they make the NPCs talk now. That's really weird. That's going to be kind of weird to get used to for a while. Okay, one is check watch. Yep. PP. Yep. Pretty much checks out. Yep. So we already got the jump kick. I wonder how the roll will be in this game, because the roll in the original was really bad. It was a really bad thing to use, and it was mapped to the left stick in that game. So it made it like sometimes you did it when you didn't want to. That was like really awkward. I don't think there's anything else up there. I think you just go straight in through here. Welcome to Hell. So that's a new achievement, because I don't think that was in the original. So you can save normally. During gameplay, your progress will be auto-saved at certain points. So they added auto-save. So, because that was a big thing. In the original, you had to save. Every time you saw a save, you had to do it. There wasn't always a PP over here. That's a PP sticker. So the PP stickers are actually quite marked here, look. That's interesting. That'll make it a lot easier. I might actually go for some of the PP stickers, because I didn't know any of them. So I didn't really do a lot of the PP stickers. I'm going to try and do as much as possible. I don't know how it's going to be in terms of, like, am I going to do better or worse than my original playthrough. Although I did learn of a survivor, like, you can find really early on, that I'll try and get. And I'll also hopefully do a couple of boss fights I didn't do. I don't really remember what I did and didn't do with the original that much. I remember, like, certain things, but not everything. I think in that playthrough, I actually did better than my stream. Like, I actually saved more people. I like this look for Frank as well. It's funny how they give you the 2006 outfit. Oh, here is where you change your clothes, I guess. Yes. Right, so let's give these a quick look. Let's not spend too long here, because we don't want to lose time. So let's see. So, that's Nemesis. That's Leon. That's Ashley for some reason. So they actually give you, like, previews of the DLCs that you could have got. I don't know why Ashley's an outfit. That's weird. There's Ken. That's Mega Man. Not sure who most of these are. That might be Chris? That might be Chris. I'm not sure. Is Chris got an outfit here? I don't see it. But that might be Chris, that one. That Sheriff actually reminds me of Deadrising 2. Let's have a look at this. This is the Chuck outfit. Oh, that's weird. That's so weird, dude. I might just run with it for a bit. Actually. There's a 2006 outfit. It's not really that much different from the original, I don't think. Dreams of Yore, Moonmaker Main Range 2. To match your costume, would you like to do so? Oh, so you can actually have, like, music as well. Okay, so there is a difference. There is a difference between the two. That's more black, where this is a more browny beige kind of thing. And the trousers are different. Actually, that face actually looks like his face as well. Does it? It might actually look... He's bald. Let's watch this. Yeah! It kind of looks like Frank. That's really well done, actually. I'm going to go with this Chuck outfit for now. We'll do it for a cutscene. And when I come back, I'll probably switch to the 06 outfit. This B outfit is weird. No. We'll leave the music as it is. Oh, man, that's weird, dude. That's so weird. It's really cool looking, but it just looks weird because it's on Frank and not Chuck.